Hello and welcome back to Seasons of the Wolf. Shacklesplit, City of the Free. A few weeks later. You can now choose to auto-level all the party characters to the recommended minimum of 14. This is optional though and can continue with your current party setup. Okay. There's no reason not to. And that just boosts me a couple of levels. Let's just auto-assign some points. Okay. No, I don't think she needs the Constitution. I will give her some more speed points, though. Shay could certainly do with a little bit more magic, boost the power of his healing spells, and a little bit of agility to boost his speed. And Valis, what else could do with much more health. Ooh, and a skill. Let's give him Defender. And Riley. Let's just auto-assign them, I think. Okay. You're back. Yeah, sorry it took so long. That was one hell of a line. But I was able to get us some vegetables, so at least we'll have a real dinner today. Good. I was starting to get tired of fried fish breakfast, lunch and dinner. We're on the coast and the land around us isn't very fertile. Fish is the only thing they have in abundance. But they could at least try to trade more. Then things on the markets would be a little more diverse. You're forgetting that Shacklesplit isn't exactly friends with most other cities. Trade is difficult if everybody hates you. Well, Shacklesplit could give at least some places a little less reason to hate them. Oh, there are plenty of places where we have friends. The elves love us and we have good connections to Hammerhands. Both of which are across the ocean. You could use a friends here on Zoltar. Bah! Who would want to be friends with people who are friends with Dingaria? Who wouldn't mind them being slaves and be happy to trade with them? Well, yeah, but the alternative is only having fish to eat. I'll be glad you at least have something to eat. Besides, it's not as though it's impossible to buy other kinds of food as long as you have the money. If you have the money, which you don't. Not anymore, that's right. But would you rather have me not thrown it all away in order to free you, your friends, and the other arena slaves? I still can't believe you spent almost all you had in Dingaria. When I see your mansion, you must have been very rich. Ah, rich balderdash. My gold was barely enough to impress the Dingarians for more than 2 months, and that mansion? 4 walls and a roof on top. Nothing to it. And as for money, what little I had left after Dingaria went out the window for the healer Shalasa needed and the woman I paid whom I paid out of sheer generosity. Well, and because it was your soul swap spell that muddled with her mind. How many times do I have to tell you that it wasn't that? It was the other spell that blasted Dingarian sorcerer threw on her. But the healer said that the spell wouldn't have done any permanent damage had she not already been under the influence of your soul swap. I think we've had this conversation already, Shay, and it hasn't done us any good finding someone to blame here. It happened, and we've all got to live with that. That's what Shalasa said herself. Speaking of Shalasa, any news from the healer? News. The only news that healer has is bad news. I'm not even asking him about Shalasa anymore. If you want to know how she is, why don't you ask her yourself? Yeah, I think we can do that. Oh, but before you go, Maro has finally returned to the city. So the governor is back. Yes, and I've sent him a message about you and your exploits in Dingaria. I'm sure he'd be thrilled to meet you, and I think we should all go see him. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should gather everybody first, though. You're right, my house is a little empty right now. Where are the others? Riley's probably at the Drowned Rat Tavern, entertaining the crowd. Jaril should be down at the harbour. What did he say? Every new ship is a bearer of new knowledge? And Krim said she wanted to go check out the local blacksmith. What was her name again? Anias. Right, that was her. Alright then, let's do it. Let's gather the others, give Shalasa a short visit, and then continue to the governor's residence. Cool. Houses of healing. Forge. The old sailor. The biggest town. Right, so let's start by picking up... Let's start by finding Krim. Hey Krim, is everything alright? Althea, yes, I'm fine. Find any interesting weapons to buy? Yes and no. Yes and no? Yes, I've found some interesting weapons, and no, I don't want to buy any of them right now. Though, of course, I'll gladly show you all of what I have in stock if you want. I'm afraid we're a little short on time right now, but we'll get back to that offer later. Crim, can you come with us? Not yet, Althea. Ernest was just finishing a story I want to hear. We'll only take a minute. In that case, we'll wait. Well then, I'll continue. Where was I? You were just telling me how you and your family got separated. Ah, yes, of course. Even though my parents were allowed to raise me, I was taken away from them when I was 8 and sold to a man owner. I had to push minecarts through the tunnels. Oh, I've heard of that practice. Most children who go through that don't live to the age of 13. I was lucky. When I was 10, I had an early growth spurt and became too large to fit in the tunnels. Then they gave me a pickaxe and had me split rocks so that the ore inside would come out. This is where I made friends with Urugan, the man in charge of smelting the ore into ingots. He was also a slave, and he taught me all he knew about metal, which was a lot. Before his capture by the Dingarians, Urugan had been a blacksmith of quite some skill, and he had lost a daughter, which I think he saw in me. A few years later, Maro freed us and brought us to Shacklesplit. Urugan was able to work as a blacksmith, and he taught me his craft, and when he died 4 years ago, I took over his forge. And your parents, your brother? I never saw them again. I can only hope that they're still alive. This is terrible, being separated from your family, your blood. No one should have to suffer that fate. Yeah, I wish I could one day see them again. If that is in any way possible, then I promise I will make it possible. You would? Yes, families shouldn't be torn apart. She's right. If we can find a way to help you, then we will. Can we visit you again later, Aeneas? Of course, whenever you like. Great. Then come, Grim. We have a few things to do. Coming. Let's trade. See if he's got out good. Plus, I want to flog a bunch of this stuff, so sell that. Sell that. Sell both of those. We can sell those. We can sell those. I'll hang on to them for now because somebody else might want them. So, what have we got here? Any interesting new bows? I'm more of a longbow guy than a crossbow guy. But that's a pretty good crossbow. Bit slow though. That's a fast crossbow. And it's slightly more down. Okay, that's better in every way than what I'm currently using. Okay, let's buy it and equip it directly. And we can sell all the extraneous weapons. And then good for you. Ooh, significantly faster weapon. Good. Equip that directly. Crim's got an excellent sword, so she won't need anything new for a while. Any decent shields for you? Nope. Fair enough. Okay, let's exit for now. Just want to see if this armor's any good. Oh yes, it's quite good armor. Let's equip that. Close that. And back in. Right, so... okay, I assumed that visiting the old sailor would be... sufficient, but okay. Yeah. Righty-hoo, let's leave the shop and head to the docks. Charlie's here, looking at the ship with interest. Ah, good that you're here. What do you think of that ship over there? It's nice, I'd say. Looks as though it's in quite good shape, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Why are you asking, Jariel? You're not thinking of buying it, are you? Buying? No, of course not. But you wouldn't believe that this ship was designed and built entirely from the wreckage of 6 other ships, would you? From the wreckage? Exactly. Unbelievable how skilled these people are. No matter how badly damaged the ships these people's seas are, they can always repair them and, if not, create new ships out of them. So the rumours are true. The people of Shacklesplit are pirates. I wouldn't say that. Most of the time the only thing they're stealing is slaves, and in my book that's not piracy. Of course, it's if a ship carrying slaves that also happens to have other cargo on board. It's the intention that counts. Anyway, seems we're quite famous in Shacklesplit already, or, well, rather, Rowinda is, and so are we by association. So you've heard my reputation. It's difficult not to hear it. How you left Shacklesplit with all your worldly possessions to execute a plan that everybody said was insane. But it worked, didn't it? It did, and we're all living proof of that. Well, you weren't a slave, Jariel. No, but I wouldn't be here without Rowinda either. And the people here consider me as rather impartial witness to what happened in Dingaria. So you only told them the good things you knew about me, I hope? I only told them the things I'd seen with my own eyes. Good. In any case, if we ever need passage anywhere, there's plenty of captains willing to take us on board. We just need to name a destination, pay them, and they'll set sails for us. Well, we can't get back to Nimmin that way in any case. The seas around Nimmin are full of floating ice and even icebergs. Ship can't take us anywhere near our home. I hope you don't want to leave already, do you? No, not that quickly. We've only just arrived, and I think we owe Shacklesplit. Absolutely. We can't go before having repaid everyone here for their kindness. Does that include returning the money I spent on liberating you? That at least includes helping you get some form of compensation, though I'm not sure we're going to get very rich. Ah, well, we'll see about that. For me, adventuring paid quite well. You went on adventures, Rowinda? Yeah, more than you'll ever experience, little one. Fascinating. You've got to tell me about them. Yeah, but later, please. We've got a few things to do. Jariel, would you come with us, please? Certainly. Okay, so that's him. Shop selling stolen items for the pirates. Cool. No, I prefer a nice fast weapon over a slightly more damaging one. I'm just trying to see if there's any really good shields around. No, nothing grabbing. Flog that old armor though. That's pretty good. In fact, that's really good. Yep, equip those directly. Flog the standard leather shawls. Okay. What else? We've got the forge, the old sailor, hazards of healing. Who are we missing? Ah, of course. Lighthouse looks haunted. We must be careful if we want to explore it. Let's head back to town. And let's head to the pub. Thank you all, ladies and sirs. You are a wonderful audience. For my next spectacular act, I'm going to need a volunteer. You, sir! Me? Yes, you. Come here. Come close. Don't be afraid. What's Riley up to? I have no idea. And now? Good, sir. We've never met before, isn't that right? What are you talking about, Riley? We've travelled to Shacklesplit together. That's not what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say, yeah, that's right. But it isn't. I suppose we'll be needing another volunteer for this act. Anybody in here who's volunteering? What about me? Alright, we'll do that. Will you stand up, good Master Tavern Keeper? Ah? You are a stately man, good Master Tavern Keeper, and now be amazed as I shall guess your weight up to the last pound. Are you calling me fat? You dare to be calling me fat in my own tavern. That concludes my performance for today, ladies and sirs. You've been a wonderful audience. I'm not done with you yet. A round of grog for everybody. Oh, coming. Whew, that was a close one. Thank you, Rowinda. You're welcome. You know that you are paying that round, of course. Oh, come on, I only earned enough to pay a full round. Then why are you complaining? Nothing lost. Well, nothing gained. So you're still trying to get rich, Riley? Well, I'm not going to get rich entertaining these folks here. That'll barely earn me enough for a decent life. Did you expect something else? Not really, but I didn't come here to earn just a few coins out of my illusions. Oh, what did you come for? Well, information on how to really earn money. Taverns offer a true hoard of valuable information. Valuable in the literal sense, that is. And have you found something? Not yet. But I bet if we come here more often, we could get a few interesting leads on profitable exploits, if you know what I mean. Sounds interesting. Definitely something we should check out later. Right now, we have a few other things to attend to. Riley, will you come with us?
Yeah, sure, why not? I suppose my show is over anyway.
Hey, pay before you leave. Sheesh, alright. Excellent. And now to the Houses of Healing. Ah, it's you. Welcome. How can I help you? Hello, Kumar. We'd like to visit Shalasa. That won't be necessary. Oh, hi Shalasa. How are you? Well enough. Ah, that's a relief. So you're finally back to normal? Normal enough. I beg to differ. You are certainly not back to normal. Your unnatural state of weakness is far from cured. So she still isn't better? Not in the least, I'm afraid. The therapies I've been trying so far haven't been very effective. However, I'm still confident I will eventually... No. I think I am the specialist here, and you are my patient? I am. But this therapy is over regardless. I'm going. Oh, so you don't want to... It's useless. My talents aren't coming back. So something in my head is preventing me from remembering how I do things. So, you can't fight anymore? My basic skills are still there, and I'm still as strong and agile as ever, and I know how to hold a dagger. As for finesse, however... Please don't despair. I'm certain I'll eventually be able to get it right. Alchemy is a powerful force that can restore almost any sort of injury known to mankind. Just give me a little more time. I'm afraid your time is up. I can't sit around here any longer doing nothing. It makes my head hurt even more. You know what I do when I want my head to stop hurting? No. I bash it against a wall again and again. Wouldn't it hurt even more then? Of course, but from the outside, no longer from the inside. I don't think that'll be much of a relief to Shalasa. Don't worry about me. I knew the spell would be dangerous and I said yes, so I can't blame anyone else but myself for what happened. I can't let you go though, really. Rowenda paid me to find a cure for you, and I cannot, in good conscience, let you go before I have. And if you should decide to go anyway against my advice, no refunds. Why, you little fraud! No. That's the first rule of alchemy. Once you pay money to the alchemist, you never get it back. You said you would find a cure, and if you can't cure her... Rowenda, let it go. This is my choice, and if you're worried about your money, then I will repay you. It's not about the money, it's about this little bastard weaseling out of his responsibilities. He did what he could in the time I gave him, and he was willing to do more. Let him keep the money. Shalasa, are you sure you want to go already? Maybe a little more time will bring at least some of your skills back. And take away a little more of my sanity? I can't just lie in bed all day. I need to do something or I'll go insane. Well, it's against my recommendation. You should definitely not be alone in your condition. She won't be. We'll take care of her. No, you don't have to take that burden. But I want to. We all want to. We're only here because of you, because you helped Rowenda out with her plan. You're the reason why we're slaves no more, so we'll be there for you. Yeah, you're stuck with us now. As long as you're comfortable with that, anyway. Alright then. So that's it? You won't be needing my services anymore? Not right now, you little cheat, but we'll probably be back if we need some healing. Alright then, my door is always open for you, and my wallet will always accept your coin. Come on, let's get going. We've got more to do today. Right, I think that's everybody assembled. So let's head to Maro's residence. Wow, this is pretty lavish. Indeed, the carpets alone are worth a fortune. Where is Maro? Maro! Oh, where are you, you scurvy dog? Rowenda! Salt water curse my eyes. I thought I'd never have to see you ugly hag again. And how dare you be out of town when I make my triumphant return? Where's that parade you promised me? Parade? All you deserve is to walk the plank, you daughter of a rabid baboon. Why did you dig out these bad actors claiming to be enslaved for oh so many years? Actors? I did play a stage or two, but actor? Oh, so you don't believe me. Well, these here were arena slaves. Maybe believe me when they gut you toe to throat. That bunch of pitiful rags? What? Did you just call me a pitiful rag? Did you just call me? Whoa, Krim. I'll rip your head off and kick it from here to Dingari, you bumbling excuse for it. Krim, no, stop. He didn't mean to insult you. Oh yeah? He sure sounded like it. He meant to insult me. Damn right I did. Insult you? If I may just state an opinion here, I am confused. As am I. And my phone just started ringing. Excuse me for one brief moment. Sorry about that slight interruption there. As am I. Guys, Maro's one of my oldest and best friends. That's how we always greet one another. Yeah, especially if we haven't seen each other for such a long time. You've gone for months. Good plans take their time. You mean crazy plans, you mad old cow. I mean plans on your mind greater than a pea could understand, you imbecile. Could you, stay the welcomings until later, before you end up insulting Krim again? Oh, yeah, of course, that's probably a good idea. And you're actually the governor of Shacklesplit? I am. I'm proud of it. No one's tried to get me removed from office for over 20 years now, and even Rowinda agrees that I do a fine job. A fine job for an old sea hound like you, at least. Hey, that's a first. You calling me old? In a respectful way. Yeah, and there you have it. So how did you become governor? I was elected by a majority vote. Your people here vote on their leaders? Hard to believe, eh? But yeah, that's how things in Shacklesplit work ever since the city was founded, long before my time. Can get a little confusing at times. We tend to discuss our things longer than it would be a good idea to discuss them, and we sometimes don't set our priorities straight. Hey, if you don't like the way I set my priorities, why don't you call for a new election and run against me? Because I don't want the hassle that comes with being governor. Too many small things to take care of. Governor? Maro's fine. Maro, if I may, wouldn't you say that providing enough food for everybody in the city should be pretty high on the priority list? Food? Has the sea suddenly run dry of fish? I'm talking about non-fish food. That won't be necessary. Fish are healthy, and there's plenty for everybody. And there are so many things you can do with it. Boil, fry, pickle. But a nice elk steak every now and then would be nice too, wouldn't it? Elk? What's elk? Never heard of it, and I don't want to try things I haven't even heard of. But why don't you even have bread in the city? You've certainly heard of bread, haven't you? Bread is overrated. Overrated. In any case, Rowinda wrote me this quite incredible note about your quite incredible abilities. You were all arena slaves in Dingaria, weren't you? That's right. And you killed a lot of people, didn't you? When it was necessary. Oh. Most of the fights in the arena weren't to the death. Our owner made good money by having other people pay him for watching us fight. Ah, so you did a lot of mock fights. Mock fights? Our fights weren't to the death, but that doesn't mean they weren't serious. They were usually until one side gave up or was too heavily injured to fight. Sheesh, I told you what the arena fights in Dingaria are like, Maro. Didn't you listen? I rarely listen when you speak. Most of it's nonsense anyway. Let me rephrase my question. Do you consider yourselves competent fighters? Yes. Absolutely. We're really useful in a battle one way or another. And we don't mind having to kill if that's what you wanted to know. Though I think I can say none of us enjoys killing. Unless it's someone who's really deserved it. And even then, we'd rather avoid it. That sounds good. That sounds very good indeed. Ah, yes. Because I have a task I need help with, and it's a task I require competent fighters for. What is it? I've just returned from a quite successful, hunt. Unfortunately, it didn't go well for everybody who accompanied me on that hunt. I had to leave a few of my companions behind in order to make a getaway, but in Shacklesplit, we don't leave anybody behind, and if we have to, we always come back for them. Ah, so your companions were captured. Captured? Oh, of course not. I'd never allow anybody under my command to get captured. No, my men are still free and unharmed, but they were unable to return to the ship. The, prey we hunted was able to cut them off and are guarding the way back. Ah, so you needed to take care of these other people. I need someone to perform a distraction. Someone to draw the attention of the, prey, so that my men can sneak past them. Sounds easy. You're right, it is. Well, then I see no reason why we shouldn't help you. You don't? Well, I do. Huh? What's in it for us? You want compensation? Damn right I do. There's no booty on a mission like that one. Yeah, she's right. As my father always said, everything worth doing is worth doing it for money. Sheesh, never thought you were all honorable free men, but you sound as though you were mercenaries. I don't see anything wrong with the concept of being a mercenary. All you have to do is make sure you're always on the right side. And my side is the right side. I don't doubt that, Maro. None of us does. If you insist, we'll also help you out for free. What? Ah, reasonable people. However, isn't the life of your companions worth anything to you? Of course it is, but it should be worth the same to you. Huh? You're citizens of Shacklesplit now. We're all brothers here, former slaves who've been liberated. Shouldn't we stand up for each other? Well, sure we would, but do you know what feels off about this? Off? If you all stand up for each other, then why ask us? We're new to this city. Certainly those who have lived here all their lives will gladly help you out. Or won't they? Hey, straight to the point, eh, Maro? Yeah, you're right. Huh? Truth is, most people in Shacklesplit are cowards. They've been slaves all their lives. Only a few of them know how to fight at all. Shacklesplit's reputation is mostly based on the exploits of a few foolhardy people, like Rowinda or me. Most others neither have the guts nor the brawn for any heroics. Or they were enslaved as punishment for crimes they did in their past. Nobody in Shacklesplit judges them for that, but I wouldn't trust my life with these people, nor the lives of my men. If Rowinda wrote about what you is true, then I can trust you. Please, will you help me? What do you offer? All right, you win. If you bring back my men, I'll pay for any further travels you wish to undertake from here. I'll cover all your expenses. Is that a deal? Doesn't sound bad. Do we also get to keep the spoils of our exploits, or do we have to share it with you? No, keep whatever you can secure for yourself. Ah, now that's an idea I can subscribe to. In that case, we accept. Good. Then meet me at the harbour in half an hour. I'll tell you all you need to know then. All right, we'll be there. During this act, once you leave the safe town of Shacklesplit, you'll have no clue which enemies you will face and how many of them. Right. I feel like it's probably a good idea to stock up on a few potions, just in case. I haven't really had to use them yet, because this game's been pretty well balanced, but let's buy a couple of those, and let's buy some restoration potions for in case our healer ever goes down. Oh, wrong button. Admittedly, there goes most of our money, but oh well. And again, don't really need that. Don't really need that. Don't really need that, so they can all go. Okay. Oh, and I've got a bunch of random junk that I can sell, which is good. Okay then, let's leave the shop. And let's head to the port. Ready to set sail for distance. Maro's waiting for us. Gambling Joe, no refunds. Welcome to the Gambling Joe. Hello. So, you ready to try your luck? Only 600 gold. Wait, what? I was joking, of course. You can choose 600, 1200, or 1800 gold. If you don't explain yourself, then I'm going to crush your head on the wall. Whoa, I see you're new here. Let me explain how it works. I collect crates of items from the wreckage of ships around the world. They're all precious, some more, other less. You make a bid of either 1600, 1200, or 1800 gold. 600 gets you one random item, 1200 3, and 1800 for the best deal gets you 5 random different items. But which items? You don't know! It'll be a surprise, and that's the fun part. You're trying to cheat us. What? No, I swear, I don't even know myself what's inside each one. So this is why you're called Gambling Joe. Precisely. And your name really is Joe? Do you want to gamble or not? Otherwise, please leave. Let's gamble for 1 item, and I got an invaluable Ring of Hope. Worth 500 gold. Oh well. Right, looking at my timer, that's probably a pretty decent point to end this video. And say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.